Shalom, everybody, and welcome to Religion Wing TV. And this edition of Should We Be Allowed to Be High on the Jobs in the Workplaces, especially teachers. I did a video, if you follow me any, and that video was about, it's called El Drinkle Teachergate. Just basically having a little fun with the title, but bringing light to a serious situation in the public school systems. I let you know about a woman named Ellen Brooke West. She's 32. She got arrested back in April 16th of this year for drinking on a job. She took 4 shots of vodka while substitute teaching. So even though I got this commentary based off of what I saw on the Gentleman's Platform, which Jay Wilson, Really BTV, I said Heidi Fly, and Spillerboy TV was there, along with El Teddy, who professed to be a teacher, but he was on his day off. Really B came over and she explained to me that he was on his day off and it was a Friday evening and he can do what he want to do and damn well please in his own house. I get that, absolutely. I put the damn well please in there, y'all. But anyway, here we are. There's a lot of people who've been on the job. Nurses, doctors, all kind of people have been on the job. And pretty much there's a lot of professions that teach. And therefore they drink. Let's get into this conversation if you guys want to at all. Are there any teachers out there who drink on their days off? We've all probably been hungover, went to work, whether it was in nursing, a police officer, firefighter, lawyer. I mean, there's so many professions out there. I'm going to even include pastors and preachers and the people of the church. You're watching Religion Wing TV. I'm your host, Drew Spirituality, whatever you want to call me, because my spiritual ear will forever stay ringing. Right? To subjects like this. So it's not to make light of anything that went down or fun of or poke fun of. But again, when conversations come up, a lot of people look at the roast and the gag and the drags and things like that. I personally look at issues that's broader and greater than what's in the smaller sector. I do apologize, guys. I love salted peanuts and Sprite soda, and I have me some here tonight. So I have one person watching. Let me know what you think about it. We're just going to get into some conversation here. I promise you, I do not have the Bible. It's open in front of me, but not for this video. Although I'm going to tell you about a teacher in the Bible they call a wine bibber and a glutton, and that would be your Messiah, your master, your teacher, your rabbi, Yeshua the Christ, or now they call him Jesus or whatever. But in the Bible there's a story that says John the Baptist came eating and drinking not, and they said he had a devil or didn't have a devil. I just got to double check, so I don't want to tell you wrong. I'm not going to read the account, I promise. You guys can look it up on your own. But I want to have the conversation, because not only teachers drink on their day off, there's a lot of professions that drink. Should they be held to a higher standard? Like I said in that one video prior to this, Christians are not allowed to drink. So why are other people, people of faith, are not allowed to drink? And most people who say they are Christians are your teachers, your doctors, your nurses, your lawyers, your firefighters who are doing the drinking, right? So let's make it make some sense. I think it's John 7:33. Because I told you there's nothing new under the sun, people. these things happen in these last days because they already happened in the Bible. And I just like to make light of it in reference to correlation and some kind of connection to people still today doing some of the stuff we see and read about all of these thousands of years ago. So I want to say again, it is, let's see, yeah, 7 and oh, okay, because it's in the book of Luke. But it definitely said John came eating and drinking, and they said he either had a devil or didn't have a devil. And it said eating and drinking wine, right? And then this is Christ speaking, and he goes right into the next account and says, the Son of God, the Son of Man come eating and drinking. And it left off what he was drinking. But he goes on to say, you call him a wine bibber, a glutton, and a gluttonous. I gotta find it for you because I don't want to tell you no lie. But I want to give you the right account of it too. And this isn't to say that Christ was drinking. I'm just reading context here, trying to make it make sense for us all. And okay, so it's only like 2 verses here, 3 verses. It's John 7 and no, it's Luke 7 and 33. So it says, for John the Baptist came neither eating nor drinking wine, and ye say he hath a devil. So John came doing none of this worldly stuff that we see ourselves doing today, for the most part. He did get a little jealous of Christ, so that, I guess that's worse than actually putting stuff into your body. Because Christ says it's not what goes into a man that makes you unclean, but it's what comes out of you. So what came out of John when he was in prison while Christ was out here healing blind eyes and, opening blind eyes, healing deaf ears, pretty much. John was in prison jealous, and he sent his men, his prophets, his people to Christ to say, are you the real person out here doing all this on the Sabbath? And he said, you tell John, you know what? Woe to the man who take offense. I'm out here doing my Father's will, and that's all that matters. And kept it pushing. So it says John has a devil. And he didn't partake in half the stuff Christ about to tell you he partook in. So it says in 34, the Son of Man is come, eating and drinking. But it leaves off the drinking, what he was drinking. If John was drinking wine or not drinking wine in the verse before, is the Son of Man drinking wine in the verse after? But they would leave that off. So I'm not here to say he sat around publicans. He sat around whores. How y'all say whores? Them hoes by the well and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was around them people. Tax collectors and just, publicans of that day. But he says in red letters, the Son of Man is come eating and drinking. And you say, behold, a gluttonous man and a wine bibber. See? I didn't make this up. There go the tea for you people. So when I ask you the question, should teachers be allowed to drink and teach your children? When I put up this thing, I teach, therefore I drink. I tell you, it's not just what I see on YouTube or in any other arena or even in my personal life. I know there's one greater than us that taught. And there's an account that tried to connect him with drinking. They called him a gluttonous man and a wine bibber. We could dispute that all day long, but that's not what we're here for. If he is a teacher and came to teach us, should he have drink? And if he drink, why don't we drink? And what's this whole thing in the world where people can't drink? I mean, people are grown and should be able to do what they want to do. The Bible says drink wine to keep the infirmities out of your belly, but then man comes along and say don't drink. So where are we at today? Should teachers be allowed to drink? Should people be held to a higher standard who do teach our children? And I'll say, of course, the pastors in the church and things of that nature. So let me go on and see if I can get through some of these. Let's see. Alright, let's see. So basically, I'm just having a little fun here as I go along. A teacher's weekend forecast 100% chance of drinking. Now, like I said, down to teaching the Bible, down to teaching science, down to teaching mathematics, down to teaching in any arena of teaching, there's people who drink. And I'm sure everybody has had that moment with, damn, I can't wait till Friday come. Or for some people, it's 5 o'clock every day, every evening, every other day to have that drink. So I'm not here to knock anybody about drinking, but when it comes to the public education, and I always go back to the miseducation of a Negro or black people, we're not getting our truth in these public sectors of education as it is. And then to have the majority of them, even some of our own black people, on the job drunk, or as this young lady we read about and talked about in the last video down in Kentucky, drinking on the job. How in danger are our children? Do you understand what I'm saying? How in danger are the children? So let me go ahead and get that rolling for you guys. You can check out El Drinko Teachergate, and hear how a 32-year-old woman got caught smelling like alcohol and stumbling on the job while she admitted to the police that she took 4 shots of vodka. Alright, so let's see. We'll go ahead and blank out that one. Now, I'm not going to keep you here long because I know some of your other YouTubers are on. So, math teacher. If I have 3 bottles in one hand and 5 bottles in my other hand and 6 more on the table, what do I have? And you notice the question. It says, what do I have? Not how many do I have? And the answer, of course, from the student is a drinking problem. Teacher, you have a drinking problem. So, that being said, guys, what do you think about this so far? And I know I'm not the only one that's probably done it before in my life at some point in time. So, are there people on YouTube in your sector? Hell, a lot for YouTube, a lot of you are, and I've done it before. I got on here drinking margarita, but YouTube isn't my full-time job. For some of you, YouTube is your life 90% of the time, as Tracy says, and it's your full-time job. Some of you have gotten fired, lost your job, because of other content creators who had nothing better to do with themselves, probably on here drinking and so drunk that they kept calling your job in places of employment to get you fired. So do you guys see what I'm saying? How this cycle keeps going? But what have you done? And what do you have if you're on your full-time job? Drinking or smoking, or you come in high from the night before or hungover from the night before. How good of a service are we doing to people that, oh, excuse me, these peanuts are so good. What good of a service are we? How good of a job performance are we really doing? So I told you guys I will come back and have this conversation, and I believe I did. So with that being said, let's take a commercial break. You guys can get over to teespring.com, pick up your t-shirts, your hoodies. There are some coffee mugs there as well, but we're going to be redesigning. We say we call ourselves Winksters over here. We lace. Looking at you side-eye is the acronym for lace. So guys, if you want to have any merchandise or contribute to this channel where you get something in return, definitely get yourselves over to teesprings.com. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so the last thing of it is here is I'm going to show you guys is the thumbnail. Thanks, teacher. Sorry, my kid is the reason you drink. Now, we want to blame everybody for our problems, right? I thought this was cute. Let me know what you think about this down below. I am so sorry, guys. This is not a mukbang, but these peanuts taste so good in my mouth right now. So how do you feel about sending your child to school saying, I know I have such a problematic child that's the reason you're drinking? Shoot. Alright guys, so I'm not going to tarry here too much longer. It's going on 16 minutes and some seconds here. I just wanted to let you guys know that it's a worldwide epidemic with drug use, abuse, drinking on the job and off the job. But when we're putting such a standard, and like I said, I'll have a margarita every now and then. I'm 52 years old. And with anything, you shouldn't want to be a glutton. You shouldn't want it to overtake you. You shouldn't want it to cause you to lose things and compromise who you are. That's with anything. There should be self-control in everything we do. But how do you put your care, your children's education, your teaching, their upbringing? How do you trust people who have signed on to be educators? And like I said, just don't think school here, people. Just don't think school here. Let me go back to my first sign. Actually, you see that? I put it right over there, right? I like this application I'm working with. Hold on, let me move this up some more. But I teach, therefore I drink. I told you there's nothing new under the sun. They attach drinking to the Messiah. He even said they called him a glutton and a wine bibber. So when we see teachers hang out and party, when we see doctors hang out and party, firefighters hang out and party, police hang out and party, are we further endangering our people? Not just black people, white people in general, just people in general. I mean, there's a lot of black doctors, great nurses. I'm a nurse myself. There's a lot of us, and then there's a lot of bad seeds in every race. There's a lot of bad doctors, bad white nurses, bad black nurses, bad black police officers, bad white police officers, good, and so on and so forth. You're watching Religion Link TV. I am your host, Spirituality, and my spiritual ears stay. So guys, I hope you can definitely get into this video and conversations like this. I would love to have this conversation on camera, more so. I mean, yeah, like live with call-ins and things like that. But you guys gotta show up. You care about, I don't even care what you care about at this point in time, because we've heard some of the things that matter to you in this world and on YouTube. But eventually you'll have some downtime. You guys will watch these videos. Hopefully I am sparking the conversations that's needed to be had. And I know some of you content creators with a bigger following and what you think and believe to be a bigger voice. You guys watch content and you come over here and you take some of it and borrow it. And we all commentate on the same thing pretty much. But see, like, I could have went in like everybody else and, ooh, a drunk teacher, da 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 da. I'm not making it out to be a drunk teacher. There's a lot of drunk everybody in this damn world. And what I want to know as parents, as stewards over God's children, because, you know, they're not ours, how do we protect them from being in the hands of people that abuse the things that they do in their personal life that may affect the job? Like this young lady down in Kentucky, it was reported out of the Louisville Journal down there on April 16, 2019. 4 shots of vodka in the classroom, smelling like alcohol and stumbling. And also the children between 11 and 13 years old said that she was pretty much yelling and cursing and carrying on, being combative, being, you know, insubordinate on the job and things of that nature. So guys, let me know. And before we go, if I talk too much and you're tired of hearing me talk about God, Yahweh, Christ, Jesus, white Jesus, black Jesus, Christians, people perishing for lack of knowledge, by all means, you can read about it over on Amazon.com. Under Drew L. Murray is my real name and it's my pen name. You gotta be proud of the gifts and talents, and you don't want to hide. You know, the Bible says the blessings of the Lord come without sorrow. Yes. So with that being said, guys, you got Christmas books with a twist. I know the true meaning of the pagan holiday, so there's a light that shines bright at that time of the year that needs to be recognized. Not the red nose of Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. You have your baby's yearbook from the birth picture in the hospital through 12 months. You have tween books, you have Black Lives Matter, and of course it wouldn't be any good going over there if you cannot get your spirituality. Because the reason why I started all of this is my spiritual ear stay. And instead of just sitting on it, thinking about it, and talking to random friends, you know, not random friends, but friends and family and random people on the job and things of that nature, I put it in the book. The Bible says if you have a vision, write it down and make it plain. So go ahead, get over to Amazon.com. You can order right from there. The books get shipped directly to your house. And enjoy. I do have a book called In the Eyes of God, Black Lives Matter, Now and Then. We forget about the then, and don't let them make you think America is your beginning. There's a book called Beyond Selma, The First Protest. That's that brown book you're looking at down in the lower right hand corner. So guys, and if you want to go ahead and donate to this channel, you can cash at me at Religion Wing TV or PayPal me at Drew L. Murray 50. So with that being said, it looks like we have covered a lot. Again, this is Religion Wing TV. I'm your host, Spirituality, and my spiritual ears stay. Alright guys, if you want me to come back with more videos like this, let me know down in the comment section below. If you're new here, please subscribe. Tell a friend. And let me know what you think about teachers drinking, police drinking and abuse on the job, drinking and the education and the learning ability. And let me just say this before I end. I believe that a lot of teachers need to take Parenting 101. Not all teachers are parents, and like I said in that last video, I do believe that parents should learn how to be more of a teacher, not so much the traditional teaching way. There's all kinds of ways to teach our children. And again, we have to be mindful of who and what's really doing the teaching. Is it us, or is it the alcohol abuse? Is it us, or is it the drug use? Is it us, or is it the prescribed medication? So, and again, this just does not apply to teachers. I teach, therefore I drink goes throughout all professions, if you ask me, and especially the church. So on that note, I'm going to leave it with that, you all. God bless you. Shalom. I'm going to go to the chat, see if anybody came in. If you did, thank you. Thank you to the one person watching and listening. But like I said, I love this little setup, guys. Let me know what you think about this new setup. It's not really new, but I go back and forth between StreamYards and this software here. So your opinion matters. So let's have this discussion. Let's have this conversation. Stop being ashamed to talk about real issues. I mean, how are we ever going to get anything accomplished if we don't begin to look at the mess and turn it into messages, right? So this is about teacher talk and beyond, because it's not just about teachers and the abuse of alcohol and the effects it may have on our children. Because I'll tell you something. I've been around a lot of teachers. I've been in charge nurse positions. I know what it is. And I've been around a lot of people that taught me, for them to be stressed out and dealing with issues and try to take it out on us as students. So, we got to look at what can be causing the tension, the stress. The children don't want to go to school. Them feeling like they were at the top of their game. Meet a certain teacher, start having problems. It could be the effects of the alcohol abuse that the teacher, or like I said, not just teacher in school, educator. There's teachers in other arenas as well. We all are teachers. As mothers, we are teachers. And we have some drunk mothers. Let's just keep it real. We see a lot of mothers on YouTube come on camera with their children in the background or not. And they will have their drinks. And we're all supposed to be out here teaching. So let me know how this affects you, to the one person watching. And I'm going to end it now. We've been about 30 minutes. I keep, another 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm not going to push it. Matter of fact, I am going to push it. When this song runs out, we are absolutely done. We are done, people. So I'm going to start breaking down this whole so if a teacher has 3 bottles in one hand, 5 in the other, that's 8, 6 on the table, that's 14. What do they have? Hella problems, huh? 99 problems and a drink ain't one. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to finish my peanuts. I'm going to check out a couple videos. Get myself some rest for this morning read. It's been real. I love this software. This is nice. I actually can come on camera, but oh, see, it froze up on me, so, and I don't know why the webcam freeze, but you're watching Religion Wing TV. I'm Spirituality, and my ears stay. Shalom.